Hi guys, welcome to class. We're going to go ahead and get started, so find a comfortable seat, sitting nice and tall. Close your eyes or let your eyes come to a soft gaze in front of you. Find your breath. Allow your inhales and exhales to lengthen and deepen. Really filling your lungs with air on the inhale, taking a nice full deep breath. And then on the exhale, moving everything out, allowing your abdomen to pull back towards your spine, expelling all the air out of your lungs, making way for that next fresh, clean intake of air. Allow your mind to quiet. Let go of any thoughts. Taking this moment to bring mind and body together on the mat. One more nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and back. Allow your eyes to come open. All right, we're going to take 3 seated sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale up. One more. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to bent elbows. Really drawing your shoulders towards the center of your back, engaging those biceps and triceps just a little bit. Take an inhale here. Exhale, elbow to elbow, palm to palm. Inhale, open those palms up wide, keeping the elbows together. Exhale, palms back together. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bent elbows. Take an inhale here. Exhale, elbow to elbow, palm to palm. Inhale, hands open up. Exhale, hands back together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bent elbows one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to elbow, palm to palm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and release. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Take a couple of breaths here. Keeping those sit bones connected with the mat, reaching forward with the arms, nice long torso. Inhale, walk yourself up to seated. We're going to take a seated twist. Whichever foot you have in the front, that's the side you're going to twist to. So opposite hand is going to come up onto that thigh. Hand on that side, back behind you, close to your seat. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting open. Gaze can land anywhere. You can be straight ahead. You can peek back towards that back shoulder. Whatever feels comfortable with your neck. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. This is the beginning of your practice, so it's not going to be the deepest twist you've ever taken. Be kind and gentle. We're just waking up here. We're going to keep the hand that's on the thigh. That's going to stay right there. Back hand on an inhale is going to come up and across onto the top of the other thigh. Next inhale, arms come parallel with your torso. Exhale, we're moving into eagle arms. If you can take the bind, go palm to palm, back of the hand to back of the hand if you can't take the bind. Shoulder blades are drawing away from the center of the back. Elbows are squeezing together as they stay parallel with your shoulders. Palms are pressing together. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. One more inhale. Exhale and release. Switch the cross of your legs. Bring the other foot into the front. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Keep those sit bones connected with the mat as you walk your hands forward. Maybe noticing the difference in your hips. One side feels different than the other. Continuing to breathe, nice steady inhales and exhales as you fold. Inhale, walk your hands up back to seated. We're going to take the opposite hand of the foot that's in the front. It's going to come onto that thigh, hand on that side, back behind you, close to your seat. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting gently open. Again, if it feels safe with your neck, you can bring that gaze back towards your back shoulder. Pay attention that you're not leaning back, that your back hand isn't too far back, that your torso is shifting back. You want to stay nice and upright, nice and tall. Now keeping that hand that's on the front thigh is going to stay exactly where it is. Back hand on an inhale is going to come up and over onto the opposite thigh. Exhale here. Inhale, elbows come parallel with the shoulders. Exhale, moving into eagle arms. Again, taking the bind palm to palm or back of the hand to back of the hand. Elbows are parallel with the shoulders. Shoulder blades are pulling away from the center of the back. Elbows and palms squeezing together. Gaze is soft. Maybe your eyes are closed here. Take a couple of breaths. One more inhale. Exhale and release. All right, let's go ahead and move into tabletop. Wrists directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Press your palms into the floor. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Elbow creases rotating slightly to the front of the mat. Make sure you're not collapsing in through the shoulders. We don't want to be sagging here. We want to be pushing the floor away, pushing our torso away from the floor. Let's move through some cat-cows. On an inhale, drop your belly towards the mat, broaden through the shoulders, tail comes forward. Gaze can come up if that feels nice. Exhale, moving into cat, arching your spine as you round through the shoulders, drawing your belly up towards the back of the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continue moving between these two postures with your own breath, your own pace, whatever feels nice to you. If you like to add in some dynamic movement here, on the exhale, as you arch into cat, you can shift back into a kind of a halfways of a child's pose. Inhale, coming forward, arching back up into cow. Exhale, cat, pressing back into child's pose. Inhale, coming forward into cow. Exhale, cat, child's pose. Inhale, cow. Two more. meeting me in tabletop when you finish. One cycle of breath in tabletop. Readjust your knees if you need to. On your next exhale, step your right foot back. Toes on the mat, toe pads pressing into the mat, heel pushing towards the back of the room. Check in with your shoulders. You don't want to be collapsing in through the shoulders here. You're actively pressing your shoulders away from the floor. One more inhale. Exhale, step your right foot off to the left, maybe off the mat. Peek your gaze around your left shoulder towards that foot. Take a couple of breaths here. On your next exhale, right knee comes down, tabletop. Take a cycle of breath. On your next exhale, step your left foot back. Toes on the mat, toe pads pressing into the mat, heel pushing towards the back of the room. Stay active in with the hands and the shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, step your left foot off to the right. Gaze comes around the front of the right shoulder, peeking back towards that left foot. 2 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, left knee comes down into tabletop. Spread your knees just a little bit wide. Press back for a brief child's pose. On your inhale, coming up into tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, press back into down dog. Take this opportunity in down dog to pedal your feet out, bend deeply into one knee as you straighten into the other. Gently pressing both heels towards the mat. Take 2 breaths here. On an inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, drop your knees down wide, press back into child's pose. Inhale, coming back into tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, press back into down dog. We're going to do exactly that again. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees go wide onto the mat, press back, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. One more. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, looking forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, walking your feet forward up in between your hands. Bend your knees nice and deeply as we come into this first forward fold. Torso hangs heavy. Hands can stay on the mat, or you can grab for opposite elbows and move into a ragdoll position. Now you can stay here with your knees bent nice and deep, torso laying on your thighs, or you can begin to straighten your legs just a little bit. Finding that spot where your torso wants to move away from your thighs, that's where you're going to stop. Keep that amount of bend in your knees. Hands come back down onto the mat. 3, bend your knees deeply. On an inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. 3 half sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Nice long spine as you come down. Inhale into a halfway lift. Really engage the abdomen and the spinal muscles here. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift, nice and high. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. 2 breaths in Tadasana. Sun salutations with low crescent. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. On your exhale, right foot goes back for a lunge. Find your lunge and then right knee comes down. Toes can stay tucked or top of the foot lays flat. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands come down to frame that front foot. Step back to dog. 2 breaths in, down dog. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. On your exhale, right foot comes forward, up in between the hands. Left knee goes down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Same thing, second side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, left foot goes back for a lunge. Left knee comes down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back to dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, left foot comes forward, up in between the hands. Right knee goes down. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Moving on, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. On your exhale, right foot goes back for a lunge. We're going to move into high lunge here, so line it up, get grounded, get secure. Inhale, coming on up. Exhale, settle in. Couple of breaths here. Hips are squeezing together. Back leg is nice and strong. Heels pointing towards the ceiling. Back knee is straight. Now we're going to keep our legs in the same position and we're going to move through some one breath, one movement with the torso and the arms. Take an inhale here. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, left arm comes up. Inhale, open arm twist. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, left arm goes up. Once more through, exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, left arm goes up. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back to dog. Your first opportunity to take a vinyasa, if you choose to take it, you can stay in down dog, take a vinyasa or a child's pose. If you're going to vinyasa with me, we're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. On an inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, right foot's going to come forward, up in between the hands. Get grounded, get secure. On an inhale, we're going to come up into high lunge. Exhale, settle in. Squeezing those hips together, back leg is nice and straight and strong. Front knee is over the ankle, shoulders dropping away from the ears. All right, we're going to move through that upper body movement. Legs stay nice and straight. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, right hand comes up. Inhale, open arm twist. Exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, right arm comes up. Once more, exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, right arm goes up. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot, step back to dog. Stay in down dog, take a child's pose or take a vinyasa with me. If you want a vinyasa, we're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. On an inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, walking or hopping forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Tadasana, one half sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, sun salutations with warrior two. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. On your exhale, right foot goes back for a lunge. Peel that right heel down. Inhale, we're going to come up into warrior two. Adjust your feet as you need to. Front knee is over that ankle. Back leg is nice and strong. We're rotating open with that back thigh. Gaze over the middle finger, the front hand. Inhale your arms up. Gaze comes to the long edge of the mat. Exhale, bent elbows. Legs stay steady and strong. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bent elbows. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Hand can go down your leg, or you can grab for the half bind, wrapping your fingers around to the front of your left thigh. Exhale into side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. On your exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Peel your back heel up off the mat. Readjust your feet as you need to, finding lunge. Take an inhale and lunge. Exhale, step back into dog. Stay in down dog or take a vinyasa with me, or take a child's pose if you want a vinyasa. We're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a moment in dog. On an inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, right foot's gonna come forward, up in between your hands. Left heel peels down onto the mat. Inhale, coming up. Warrior two, adjust your feet as you need to. Gazes over the middle finger of your front hand. Couple of breaths here. Inhale your hands up as your gaze comes to the long edge of the mat. Exhale into bent elbows, really drawing those shoulder blades towards the center of your back. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bent elbows. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, bent elbows. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. On your exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Peel your back heel up off the mat. Inhale here in lunge. Exhale, step back to dog. Stay in down dog, take a child's pose or take a vinyasa. Either way, we're all going to end in child's pose. If you want a vinyasa with me, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Go ahead and let your knees come nice and wide, toes back behind you to touch. Press back for a much deserved child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. On an inhale, go ahead and come up on those bubble fingers. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Hips stay over your heels as you press into your hands. You can stay on fingertips or you can lay your palms flat. Nice side body stretch along the left side. On an inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale, hands go over to the left. Stay on those fingertips or lay your palms flat as you press into the side body stretch, second side. Seat stays over the heels. an inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale, press back into child's pose, one breath. Inhale, come up into tabletop. Tuck your toes, exhale, press up and back into down dog. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, left foot's gonna come forward, up in between your hands. Right knee comes down. We're gonna move into half Hanuman here. I suggest that you grab onto your blocks. Place them on the highest setting. And we're gonna begin to shift our hips back as our hands rest on the blocks. We're straightening through that front leg. Front toes are coming up off the mat. Walking the blocks back till our torso is up nice and high. Check in with that front knee. You wanna make sure you've got some softness there. You don't wanna overextend through the front knee. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg, any amount. On an inhale, gently pressing your torso back up. Exhale, starting to bend in through that front leg. Shifting your weight forward, walking your hands forward. You can set your blocks aside, hands come down onto the mat. Inhale, bring your right knee up off the mat. Right hand's gonna come onto the floor or onto a block, next to the inside of your left foot. On an inhale, left hand is going to come forward and up as we move into easy twist. Check in with that left hip. We don't want it to be kicking out to the side. We want to pull that hip in line with the body, squeezing the hips towards center as we twist open. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. If you're using the block, move it out of the way. Take an inhale here and lunge. Exhale, step back to dog. 2 breaths in dog. On an inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, right foot comes forward, up in between the hands, left knee goes down. Find your blocks, get ready for half Hanuman, second side. On an exhale, we're going to begin to shift back as we straighten through that front leg. Walking the blocks back, torso comes up nice and high. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward over that right leg, any amount. Finding the depth of stretch that feels nice to you. Check in with that front knee. You want a little bit of micro bend there. You don't want to be locking the knee out. Inhale, gently rising up. Exhale, shifting forward. Hands come forward to frame that front foot. Fingertips on the mat. Inhale, straighten that left knee, bringing it up off the mat. We're going to bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot, either on the mat or on your block. On an inhale, right hand is going to come forward and up. Easy twist, second side. Back leg stays nice and straight. Hips are pulling towards center as your torso twists open. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Move your block if you're using it. Fingertips framing the front foot. Inhale here and lunge. Exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, left foot's gonna come forward, up in between your hands. Inhale, we're gonna come up into high lunge. Then we're gonna do a little bit of an unusual transition for some of you. We're gonna transition from high lunge into warrior two. So on an inhale, we're gonna straighten that front leg. Exhale, back heel peels down as our arms open up. Adjust your feet as you need to. Warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Take the half bind here if you're able. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, left hand comes to your shin or to the block on the outside of your left foot. Inhale, right fingertips come to the sky. Triangle. Couple of breaths here. One more inhale. On an exhale, we're going to bend into that front knee as our torso comes back up, finding warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Peel your back heel up off the mat. Find your lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, right foot comes forward, up in between the hands, find a lunge. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, peel that back heel down as you open up into warrior two. Readjust your feet as you need to. Inhale, peaceful warrior, take the bind. Exhale, straighten that front knee, coming on down. Hand to your shin or find your block on the outside of your right foot. Inhale, left fingertips go towards the sky, triangle pose. One more inhale. On an exhale, bend deeply into the front knee, bringing the torso up, back into warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Peel your back heel up off the mat, find a lunge, inhale here. Exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. On your exhale, left foot's going to come forward, up in between your hands. Shorten your stance up just a little bit. We're going to move into warrior one here. Peel your back heel down. Inhale, come on up. Take an exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to straighten through the front leg. Take time to engage the muscles of your back leg. Glutes, thighs, and glutes, quads, and hamstrings. Exhale, releasing back into the bend, into the front knee. Keeping that muscle engagement in the back leg. Take a breath or two here. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back behind you, pressing your fists towards your seat. I want you to take your left foot and heel toe it one step wider. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we're going to fold forward onto the inside of that front leg, humble warrior. Legs stay nice and strong. See if you can actively squeeze your shoulder blades towards the center of your back as you press your fists towards the ceiling. One more inhale. Exhale, torso comes back up as your fists press to the floor. Inhale, release the bind, bringing your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Readjust your feet, peel your back heel up, find your lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, step back to dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, looking to the front of the mat. Exhale, right foot comes forward, up in between your hands. Shorten your stance here a little bit. Peel your left heel down as on an inhale, you come up into warrior 1. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Engage the glutes, the quads, and the hamstrings on the back leg. Exhale, bend back into the front leg, keeping that muscle engagement in the back leg nice and strong. Shoulders drop down, fingers stretch towards the ceiling. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands come back behind you, interlacing your fingers. Heel toe that front foot 1 step wider. Inhale here. On an exhale, we're folding forward onto the inside of the front leg. Humble warrior, second side. Think about actively squeezing your shoulder blades towards the center of the back as your fists press towards the ceiling. One more inhale. On an exhale, bringing that torso up nice and strong, pressing your fists towards the floor. Inhale, hands come to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Readjust your feet, peel that back heel up off the mat. Find your lunge, take an inhale here. On your exhale, step back to dog. On an inhale, looking to the front of the mat, bend your knees. Exhale, walking or hopping forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Take 2 breaths in Tadasana. All right, go ahead and bring your feet hips distance apart. We're gonna do tree pose for our balancing pose today. So we're gonna begin with straightening and strengthening through our left leg as we bring our right heel up off the mat. Nice and strong left leg. We're gonna go ahead and bring that right heel. It can come to the inside of your calf, lower part of your thigh, or all the way up into your hip crease. Heel presses into leg, leg presses into heel. Hands can come to heart center. If you fall out of the pose, just come right back in as best that you can. Find something to look at on the floor in front of you, something to focus your gaze on. If you feel you've got a handle on this and you want to move through some arm movements with the breath, you can follow along with me. On an inhale, we'll bring our hands up. Exhale, release to heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. One more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. On an inhale, release that foot from the thigh, bringing your knee forward. Exhale, shift back into warrior 3. If you need to touch your toe down, that's all right. Hands can stay at heart center, you can wing your hands back behind you. You can bring them out to the side, or you can bring them forward for Superman, whatever feels nicest to you. Left leg or right leg is lifting nice and high. That heel is actively pressing towards the back of the room. The glutes are engaged. See if you can find a little bit of cobra in your shoulders, lifting and drawing those shoulder blades together. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, gently setting down for a lunge. Inhale here and lunge. Exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, look to the front of the mat, bend your knees. Exhale, walking or hopping forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale. Tadasana. All right. Tree pose, balancing on the right foot. Begin to strengthen through that right leg, engaging the muscles, engaging the glutes as you lighten up with the left foot. Again, the foot can come to the inside of your calf, the lower part of your thigh, or all the way up into your hip crease. Heel presses into thigh as thigh presses into heel, nice and strong. Find something to look at on the floor. If this is enough for you, feel free to stay right here if you want to move through some sun salutations with your hands. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. One more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. On an inhale, release the left foot from your thigh, knee comes forward. Exhale, begin to press back for warrior three. Engaging the muscles of the left leg, glutes are engaged, heel is actively pressing towards the back of the room. If you fall out, that's okay. Just go ahead and come back in as you're able. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently setting down in a lunge. Inhale here in lunge. Exhale, step back to dog. Take 2 breaths in dog. On an exhale, bring your knees forward down onto the mat. Go ahead and find a seat with your feet out in front of you. Feet on the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling. Go ahead and stretch your legs out nice and long. Walk your sit bones back behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands are finding your thighs, your calves, or your feet. Spine as long as you fold forward. Use your breath here. Maybe with each exhale, you're sinking a little bit deeper into forward fold. On an inhale, very gently coming up, walking yourself back up to seated. Bring your right foot in, foot on the floor, knee pointing towards the ceiling. Left leg muscles stay engaged, that foot stays flexed. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to step it onto the outside of our left thigh. We're gonna take our left elbow, we're gonna wrap it around the right knee. You wanna make sure that both sit bones stay connected with the mat. We're not tipping up so that that right sit bone comes off. We're keeping our hips settled, both sit bones on the mat. Right hand's gonna come back behind you, close to your seat. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting open to the right, any amount. Keep that left leg engaged, toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release back to center. Take your right leg, lay your right leg out long, coming to the front of your sit bones. Left foot comes in towards your seat, knee pointing towards the ceiling. Take that foot and step it onto the outside of your right thigh. Settle both sit bones back down onto the mat. Right toes stay pointing towards the ceiling as your right elbow wraps around your left leg. Left hand comes back behind you, close to your seat. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting open. Nice, steady, even breathing. Resist any temptation to hold your breath when you're in a twist. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Bring both feet to the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling. Hands back behind you, lift your knees, windshield wiper side to side. All right, guys, from here, we're gonna come back into dog and we're gonna move into pigeon pose. If pigeon pose is bad for your knees, I invite you to lay back on your backs and take reclined figure 4 instead. All right, so if you're gonna do pigeon, we're gonna go ahead and come up onto all fours, spine tabletop, tuck your toes, and on an exhale, press back into down dog. On an inhale, right foot is going to come up and back behind you. Exhale, we're going to bring that right knee forward and we're going to point it towards the right corner of the mat. Walk your hands back just a little bit. Find the position that feels good for you. You can lengthen that back leg a little bit further back if that feels nice. If you have a lot of gapping between your right hip and the mat, you can take a block to fill that gap. Again, if this doesn't feel good in your knees, go ahead and lay back on your back and take reclined figure 4. Otherwise, take an inhale here, nice long spine, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, walk your hands forward for pigeon. You can stay on your forearms. You can walk your hands all the way forward. Forehead coming onto the floor. You can also use a block. Place your forehead on the block. Relax completely. Let your torso be heavy. Let your arms be soft. Allow your breath to slow and steady. On an inhale, very gently begin to walk your hands back. Again, press up into that little bit of a back bend. Take your time here. And on an exhale, palms to the floor, tuck your back toes, and press back into down dog. One cycle of breath in down dog. Inhale. Inhale, left leg comes up and back. Exhale, left knee comes up towards that left corner of the mat. Maybe you're gonna walk your right foot back just a little bit. Find a leg position that's comfortable. Press your fingertips into the mat, move into a little bit of a back bend. And then on an exhale, walking your fingers forward. Again, you can stay on your forearms, or you can come all the way down. Forehead can come onto a block or onto the floor. Remember to breathe. Nice, slow and steady breath. On an inhale, gently coming back up. Take time to press into that little bit of a back bend, kind of an upwards cobra. Shoulders come back, fingers press into the mat. On an exhale, palms go flat onto the floor. Tuck your back toes, step back to dog. 2 breaths in dog. On an exhale, knees come down onto the mat. Go ahead and find your way onto your back, feet on the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths in constructive rest. Go ahead and lay your left leg out long. Draw your right knee in towards your torso. Fingers interlace around the top of your shin. Go ahead and bring the knee a little bit out to the side as you draw it forward. A couple of breaths here. On an exhale, both feet to the floor. Right leg lays out long, left knee comes in on an inhale. Draw it just to the outside of your rib cage as you gently draw it towards your torso. Exhale, both feet to the floor. Inhale, both knees in towards your body. Wrap your arms around your shins. If it feels nice to bring your head and shoulders up off the neck, off the mat, go ahead and do that. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release into Shavasana. Legs walk out long. Maybe tucking your shoulders in a little bit underneath your body. Palms face the ceiling if that feels nice. Find your breath. This time we're not trying to control it or manipulate it. We're just being aware. Aware of the inhales and exhales as they move through your body. As you continue to focus on your breath, beginning to find softness in your body, releasing and relaxing, letting go of any tension that you're holding on to, so allowing yourself to melt into the mat. gently coming back into the room, back to your breath. Allowing your inhales and exhales to begin to lengthen and deepen as you come back into your body, back to your awareness. Gently beginning to make small movements with your fingers and your toes as you continue to reawaken and revitalize. If it feels nice, you can take a full body stretch here, reaching your arms out long overhead, stretching your fingers towards one wall and your toes towards another. As you feel ready, gently bringing the soles of your feet to the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling or leaning in against one another. We'll take a couple of breaths here in constructive rest. As you feel ready, gently making your way onto your right hand side, maybe letting your eyes come open and allowing in a little bit of light. Gently in your own time, pressing your hands into the floor, meeting me in a seated position. I want to thank you guys for practicing with me today and for putting up with the cameo entrances of my cats, Shiloh, Samson, and Simba. I think they were all three participating in our yoga class today. I hope you enjoyed this class, and with that, I will bid you namaste.